Well, hello again, everyone. Dave here in Altoona, Iowa. I welcome you back to Scale Models Midwest. As always, we're glad to have you watching and hopefully enjoying what we're building. It's a great Sunday afternoon here, and I hope it's a great one where you're at as well. So for today, just an update on the viewer's choice build. It's the Revell Mustang LX 5-liter in 1/25th scale, and in my previous video, I mentioned I would be doing this similarly to how my car was set up for autocrossing back in the mid-90s, late 90s with the Des Moines Valley Region SCCA. So I included a couple of pictures I had from my previous video where I took the chassis and I cleaned out a little bit of the wheel well so I could fit mini tubs into this. When I test fitted, it looked good at first, but when I looked at it on the second day, I was like, it just needs to be a little bit wider. So I took the wheel wells out completely to the frame, sanded it nice and smooth, cut it out a little bit more so it was even to the top of the fender well. And then for the actual mini tubs, I didn't have anything in stock. I thought I was going to use one of my NASCAR kits that I had in my stash. They were just a little too large, even though they were 1/25th scale. So what I did instead was I took clear plastic to-go container cups from Applebee's that we had a number of in our stash, and I started to kind of cut away at them, and a little snip here, a little snip there, measured, got them to fit, got the CA glue, got the accelerator in, and they turned out really nice. Then I went on ahead and put the chassis pan in that had the rear package shelf, and it did not fit because of the mini tubs. So I had to cut out from there about a 1/2 inch, basically cutting and sanding smooth up to the mounting points of the side panels. The side panels too, for anybody that wants to build this and use mini tubs or install mini tubs, you're going to want to cut at an angle or sand at an angle the side panels basically along the line of where it would go against the wheel well. Then sand it nice and smooth and everything fits just fine. So having gotten that part done, moved on to the roll cage. Now I had this like 20-plus-year-old roll cage from Plastic Performance Products, still in business. You can get their stuff on Model Roundup. I'll include that link in the description for them, but you can get them in a lot of other places as well. It's a great little kit. However, like I said, 25-year-old pieces of plastic. I went to start cutting the diagonal hoop off, and I was rewarded with a broken roll cage hoop. I was able to clean it up, sand it, and put CA glue together on the broken pieces, get it to fit nice and neat. So you can barely tell that I broke it. Anyhow, I wanted to see if it was wide enough for the tub, and it turned out to be too wide by about 1/8 of an inch. So I went on ahead, got the sprue cutters and a little file saw, and I cut it in half. Then I sanded it nice and smooth, remeasured, got it together, again, CA glue and accelerator, and then put it in the tub, test fit it, and it fit great. Then I discovered that it was a little too tall by about maybe 1/8 of an inch. So remembering how Luka Cee did on his channel regarding roll cage builds, I went on ahead and again took it apart, measured, sanded smooth to the bottom, probably about 1/8 of an inch on both sides, and put it together, got it into the interior tub, and then I found out that the main hoop was still sticking out of the windows just a smidge. So sprue cutters in the saw again, cut it in another spot, sanded that smooth, put it back together, and done. Now I will in a future video include the dimensions of my main roll bar hoop, so if you want to do something like that for your Mustang LX 5-liter build or even GT build, because it's about the same basic body shell, you'll have that. I'll put that in my next video. Anyhow, once I got that all together, I test fit the chassis. The scale fidelity of everything is great on this kit, and it fit together nice and easy, nothing out of place. Roll cage hoop fits nice. Now I have to decide if I want to leave the seat in the back or if I want to go on ahead and continue with my plans for a 6-point roll cage by taking the seat out and then running 2 diagonal bars from the main hoop through the package shelf into the rear chassis. So that'll do it for today. I'll have a midweek update probably on Wednesday. I'm getting some parts for this kit coming in the mail, hopefully by then. Until then, I just want to say keep liking and subscribing. Please leave comments. I read everyone, and for now I'm trying to respond to every single one of them. I noticed over the weekend we hit 105 subscribers. And for this channel, obviously in its infancy, only a month old, that means a lot. I really appreciate everyone for watching this video. Please get the word out. There's a lot of other channels out there on YouTube that deal with model building, and I've tried to subscribe to as many of as possible. I highly recommend each and every one of them. Every one of us has something to add to the hobby, and it gets better and better. So with that, again, thank you very much for your continued support on the channel. Like, subscribe, hit the notification, and as always, if there's a kit out there that you see that interests you, get out there and buy it, build it, and show it off to everybody else, and hopefully you'll inspire someone else to build a kit just the same. See you in the next video.